On episode 51, a high-profile coach is saying his quarterback is pressing too much, and another ACL injury. That and more, so stay tuned.
Welcome to The Sports Perspective, an American football fancast about the New England Patriots and also news from around the league. Here is your host, Roy.
Hello, everybody. Enjoy the show today. And before we get on with the show, I want to let everyone know, please subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. You must subscribe, and then you get all the goodness. Okay, guys and gals, now let's jump into the news. Eagles. The Eagles are a little disarray. I guess Ajayi tore his ACL in the loss to Minnesota. And that's going to really affect the Eagles' offense. And I guess it happened during pass protection. Ouch. And that sucks for the Eagles because this kid is good. I remember when Gronkowski hurt his shoulder or his elbow when he was blocking. Yeah, that's fun. I think it was on an extra point or a field goal. Yeah, that sucks. But that sucks for the Eagles. And in some more news, rookie quarterbacks made a historic weekend. 4 quarterbacks went 4-0 in Week 5. These quarterbacks were Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, and Josh Allen. All on one Sunday. I guess it's the first time in the Super Bowl era that has ever happened. The rookie signal callers combined for a 4-0 on the same week. Could this be the start of something new for the league? These young quarterbacks getting out there playing. Could they unseat Brady and the Rodgers? We could be seeing the future, people. We could be seeing the future. And they're all playing pretty well. And if these kids keep playing like this, we're going to have some great rivalries in the future. This bodes well for the league in spite of all the crap that's going on in the league. And speaking of the league, back with the Eagles. I'm hearing today, on Tuesday, that the Eagles may want LeSean McCoy back. Kind of interesting. With Ajayi out with his torn ACL, the Buffalo Bills obviously in a rebuilding mode. Ian Rappaport is reporting there is interest in McCoy. Is interested also in coming home, in a homecoming. That could be interesting. Eagles need a running back. He's still a good running back. And he's a big, strong running back. Will it happen? Who knows? It depends on what that Buffalo's willing to... are they willing to give up McCoy? Hell, is Philly even willing to give up a lot to get McCoy back? Who knows? And the Jaguars, the big bad Jaguars, have signed Jamal Charles. The Jamal Charles, former All-Pro. It's a 1-year deal. Tom Pelissero is reporting it. Does Charles have anything left? Does he really? His tank has got to be pretty much empty. But I guess if it doesn't work out, you just cut him. Not really a big deal. If you remember, the Patriots actually brought him in. Was it this summer? And they never signed him. So take that for what it's worth. And some pretty big news. I was actually discussing this with a friend of mine today at work. The NFL is flexing Week 7. Yes, they're flexing games already. In Week 7, they're flexing the Bengals-Chiefs game. The Bengals at the Chiefs to Sunday night. It was originally a 1 o'clock kickoff, but the LA Rams versus the 49ers was the original primetime game. But with Jimmy G obviously getting hurt, yeah, no one wants to watch that game now. So they moved that game to 4:25. But does anyone want to see the Bengals in primetime? Meh. I don't. I'm not a Bengals guy. Never was a Bengals guy. Don't care about the Bengals. The reason why I said earlier we were discussing this at work was I was hearing that the Patriots and the Bears game could be flex prime time. And so far, this game is still at 1 p.m. That game would be a better game at 8 o'clock, but hey, as a Patriots fan, I'm glad. We have a lot of late games. Let's not add to it. Let's keep them where they are. And the Texans' JaWhaun Watson. He apparently likes getting whacked around, apparently. After getting really hit hard. And he's now day-to-day with a chest injury. That must have hurt. But, he's saying don't expect him to change the way he plays football. Yeah, genius. Texas ownership must be loving that. And yeah, I know it's football. They get injured, blah, blah, blah. And we love tough players. I get that too. But, man, don't we love smart players too? And don't get me wrong. I'm a guy that loves tough football. I think it's stupid that, the Miami Dolphins lost a player because he fell and because you can't land on the quarterback anymore, he tore his ACL. That's just asinine. The whole hitting with the crown of the helmet. Yep, I get that too, and I understand it. But they're not calling it right. It's been really goofy how this has been working out. They say they're here for players' protection and players' injuries. They don't want them. They had concussions, blah, blah, blah. I want to see more. But what I don't want to see is stupid stuff like you can't fall on the quarterback, boo-hoo, you can't fall on the big guy, whatever. It's freaking football. But as far as JaWhaun Watson goes, he's a young player still. I'm sure he'll get it. He'll get smarter. He'll smarten up. And how about Gruden? No, not that Gruden. The Gruden with the Raiders. He's saying that Carr is pressing at key moments. I think Carr's dealing with the crap he's been dealt. Maybe Gruden isn't the coach that everyone thought he was. Hell, I don't think he's the coach he thought he was. This team sucks. Have you watched them play? Has anyone watched them play? They look bad. They play bad. They act bad. They are bad. Just bad. So for all you Oakland fans, the future is not looking so bright. Because they suck. They do. And in the whatever news department, like whatever, the Broncos have released Marquette King. The Giants have gotten rid of Eric Flowers. The Patriots have re-signed Genjon Bonner. And the Ravens have claimed former Patriots player Cyrus Jones, who was released yet again by the Patriots. Oh, goody. Now, how about some Patriots news? Good old Tom Brady made some insightful comments about the Chiefs, because Brady's a genius. All right. Now, this is some key stuff here, so I hope you're all sitting down for this. Brady actually said they can't give away, wait for it, scoring opportunities against the Chiefs. Mind blown. This guy is a genius. Thank God he's our quarterback. Mr. Captain Obvious. Stating the obvious. Really, Tom? Really, Mr. Brady? Come on. Really? Could that be more obvious? Oh my goodness. Craziness, I'm telling you. Craziness. And not only is Genjon Bonner back with the Patriots, there is some contact with Mike Gillislee. Could Mike Gillislee be coming back to the Patriots? The running back position is decimated with injuries. So bringing him back does add a body. And he's not a bad player. He just kind of played bad when he was here. Not terrible. He had a few moments, but yeah, I think you got to bring him back. Bring him back. See what happens. Too bad. And some good news, Josh Gordon caught his 39-yard touchdown pass from Brady. Everyone must have been overjoyed by this. What wasn't great was that Brady threw it in double coverage. But Gordon fought for the ball, which is cool. And it shows that Brady trusts trusts Gordon. So that's a good sign. But this is why Gordon can be a special player. He has speed. He has the ability to jump. He fights for the football. There's not stuff we have around here very much. Not much at all. So hopefully Brady and Gordon can build on this and develop into something special. This could be a big combo by the end of the year. Could be. And rookie JaWhaun Bentley. If you don't know, he's been placed on injured reserve. He got hurt in the loss to the Lions. I guess he tore his bicep. And I guess he's already had surgery, and he's already working on his recovery and rehab. He was having such a good year. And hopefully he'll come back bigger, stronger, and badder and be ready for next year. That really sucks because he was turning into one of our better young linebackers. And speaking of Patriots roster, the whole Mike Gillislee thing, the Patriots actually had 2 running backs on the roster for the Colts game. Sony Michel and James White were the only 2. We started the year and I was so high on our running backs. We had so many. We had so many good running backs. It was like, yeah, we're good here. We can let Mike Gillislee go. Not a problem. But Mike Gillislee, man, he might be coming back. He could be. Maybe they'll bring up that kid Ralph Webb. Hell, boy, bring up both of them. They need running backs. And speaking of the running backs, Sony Michel had another good game. 18 carries for 98 yards and a touchdown. He's getting better. He and James White are becoming a great 1-2 combination at running back. Again, with developing young players, this is awesome to see. And some things happened during the game this weekend. Gronk, he actually passed Wes Welker for most receiving yards, Patriots all time. In case you didn't hear, number 1 is Stanley Morgan. He has 10,352. Gronk, who is now number 2, has 7,487. And Wes Welker, he's number 3 at 7,459. So Gronk's moving up the ladder. And then Tom Brady became the 3rd quarterback to reach the 500 career TDs. Who the hell thought Tom Brady, the scrawny little 6th-round draft pick, out of Michigan, of all places, would have 500 touchdowns? If you said that you did, you're a genius. I would have never guessed that whatsoever. Peyton Manning has 539 and Brett Favre has 508. And I discussed earlier in podcast that a past podcast that he and Drew Brees by next year will have both broken the record. So, yeah, Brady and Brees will be 1 and 2, and Manning and Favre will be 3 and 4 by the time it's all said and done. And if you think about this, back to the whole Brady thing, he has thrown at least 1 touchdown to 71 different players. 71. That's totally ridiculous. And then if you add the 71 TD passes in the playoffs, that's 568. That's including the playoffs. Now, Manning, including playoffs, has 579. Those are just crazy numbers. Fantasy football numbers. And against the Colts, Brady actually threw for 341 yards with 3 touchdowns and those 2 interceptions that went through player's hands, which was ridiculous. That should never happen. Those two interceptions, those are hair-pulling interceptions. You see Belichick's face on those interceptions. It was pretty crazy. The look on his face was pretty funny. But speaking of Brady and the Colts game, let's talk about the Colts game. We all know by now the Patriots won 38-24. You know, Patriots had some suspect defense. Or should we say, bend but don't break defense with quotation marks. But having Edelman back, that was awesome. Brady hitting him early, get him right involved. And Brady himself started off really hot, going 9 for 9. Throwing some wide receiver screens, which was nice to see. Patterson for a touchdown. On defense, the front was getting pressure early and given fits. But, you know, they later in the game, not so much. Luck had more time later in the game to find his guys. But one player on defense in the secondary who's playing a little better is Jason McCoy, dare I say it. All of a sudden, looks pretty good in coverage. Which could be a nice plus for the Pats. And was anybody else holding their breath when Brady jumped over the pile for that touchdown? The dude's 41 years old. He needs to remember he's not 21 anymore. Not 21. Give it to the running back. Or if you want to do a keeper, go low. And then you get Trey Flowers lining up off sides. And anyone who knows me knows that really pisses me off. How do you line up off sides? When I was a kid playing football, our coach would make us run laps if we line up off sides. He would say, you look at the football. You cannot line up off sides. If you do, you're being lazy. That's so one of my pet peeves. And how about that Patriots run defense? Not so hot, kind of spotty. Give up a few yards here and there. But between all this, they had a 24-3 lead at halftime, so that's doing pretty well. During the game, I'm watching this game, and was anybody else thinking the same thing? I was waiting for the Colts to just stop pounding the ball. We weren't doing a great job stopping them. We're doing okay. But I think that's a weakness right now for the Patriots. Is just running the football. In our secondary, they had their bad moments too. Guys were open every now and then. But I think you may be able to do some damage running the ball. We'll find out Sunday night. Because you know the Chiefs are going to run the football. Chiefs will definitely be running the football. But the second half was pretty sloppy. Made the game a lot closer than it should have been, but hey, what are you going to do? You have some of those games that you have to fight and dig and win those games. And that was one of those games, and they did that. You know, when you start 2-2 and everyone's saying doom and gloom and the world's coming to an end and you rebound, next thing you know you're 3-2. Progress. That is progress. And now Sunday night, October 14th, 8:20 p.m., the Patriots are playing the Kansas City Chiefs at Foxborough. The Chiefs currently have the number one scoring offense. They're averaging 36.3 points a game. That's a lot of points, people. A lot of points. But defensively, they've actually given up the most first downs in the league. And the rushing game is a lot worse than us. They're averaging 5.7 yards a rush on defense. And they're ranking 25th in points allowed on defense with 28.8. Good thing they're averaging so many points a game, huh? But, man, their quarterback, Patrick, where did you come from, Mahomes? Holy Jesus. He's leading the league with 14 touchdowns. Yes, he's still only at 14 because the Jaguars actually held him without a touchdown pass. And he actually tied with the second most through the team's first 4 games of the season in NFL history. The Patriots are going to have to get some pressure on him, but also keep containment. Can our defensive front do that? And along with that, our corners and safeties have to be in the right position. You can't be wandering around, picking their nose. They have to be in the right position where they're supposed to be. Offense need to play like they did last Thursday. Play aggressive. Protect Brady. Run the football. Get the ball to Edelman and Gronk. And get Gorden hopefully more involved in the offense. This is going to be an interesting game. This could be a shootout. Whichever team plays a little bit better defense is probably going to win this game. And I want to give the edge to the Patriots. But the Chiefs are really good. They're a good team. They're a very, very good team. I'm calling this game a toss-up. This score could be like a blowout by the Chiefs. I think if we win, it might be a pretty high-scoring game. And our defense will make a play or two. I think that's how it's going to happen, one of those two ways. We'll have to see what happens. This is going to show where the Patriots are. And please, people, if you're Patriots fans listening to this, if the Patriots lose, don't freak out. Like Jacksonville, this is a good team. This will show us where the Patriots are at this stage. The Patriots will get better. By December, this will all be forgotten. They'll be a good team. Trust me. They're building something. It takes time. Okay, everybody. That's going to be the show today. If you listen on Spreaker, Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, like and subscribe so you don't miss episodes. Apple Podcast. Please subscribe, rate, and review. And if you have any questions, comments, or want to give your perspective on what was discussed, hit me up on Facebook, Roy Brady. Email sportsperspective17@gmail.com. Twitter, Roy Brady Jr. And see you guys next Tuesday. Go, go, Patriots.